No one begins life anchored internally. The nervous system stabilizes through faces, tone, approval, and correction. What you call me was first assembled from reflection. Belonging regulates survival. So the brain prioritizes what comes from outside before it can reliably sense what comes from within. Inner reference is not default, it matures. And so here are 9 perceptual mechanisms behind living from the outside inward. When social referencing and coding, infants use caregiver facial expressions to interpret uncertainty. The amygdala and prefrontal circuits weight external emotional cues heavily in early life. You learned to scan faces before you trusted your own sensation. 2 attachment-based calibration attachment systems tune stress regulation through relational consistency. Belonging becomes biologically linked to survival probability. You shaped yourself around what kept connection intact. 3 dopaminergic approval loops. Social approval activates reward circuitry in the ventral striatum. Repeated validation strengthens behavioral reinforcement. Feeling approved became feeling real. 4 predictive coding hierarchy. The brain updates its self-model using socially generated prediction error. External feedback carries strong corrective weight during development. Criticism could feel destabilizing because it rewrote your internal model. 5 default mode narrative construction. The default mode network builds autobiographical coherence from memory. Early narratives encode remembered reactions from others. You became the version repeatedly reflected back. 6. Interoceptive immaturity. Interoceptive awareness mediated by the insula matures gradually. Internal signals are initially less precise than social cues. Applause or rejection felt clearer than bodily knowing. 7. Social pain overlap. Social exclusion activates neural networks overlapping with physical pain. Conformity reduces perceived survival threat. You adjusted not because you were false, but because isolation hurt. 8. Reinforcement memory bias. The hippocampus consolidates emotionally salient relational feedback. Repeated reinforcement strengthens trait encoding. Reflected roles slowly hardened into identity. 9. Metacognitive expansion prefrontal networks supporting self-observation mature later in development. Inner reference requires reflective awareness capacity. When that capacity grows, the external self can feel like it is collapsing. And so we realize the external self was adaptive. Mirrors were stabilizers. Collapse is maturation, not destruction. Presence begins where reflection loosens. So we ask ourselves, where am I still outsourcing self-definition? What feedback still regulates my worth? What feels like loss but is developmental expansion? Can I tolerate identity without immediate reflection? You were never weak for needing mirrors. You were regulating within biology. When the external self softens, nothing essential is lost, and you are the sacred intelligence capable of stabilizing from within.